Welcome back to the Snapshot Channel. Hi, I'm Mia, and if you are watching this, you have made it! New South Wales is finally coming out of lockdown on the 11th of October after 3.5 months of lockdown. International borders will also be reopening in November. And for those who are not vaccinated, you will also be free on the 1st of December. There are different freedoms for when we reach 70% and 80%. So you have come to the right place if you want a clear snapshot on what the exact freedoms are. First, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that like button. Just click right here. Alright, let's go. The first milestone is at 70% double vaccination. It is the 11th of October. So from that Monday, here's what you can do if you are double jabbed. You're allowed 10 visitors, not including children, in the home. All adults must be fully vaccinated. You can have 30 people gatherings outdoors.
100.
Guests can attend weddings with dancing permitted and eating and drinking only while seated.
100.
Guests can also attend funerals with eating and drinking while seated. Churches and places of worship are open subject to one person per 4 square meters. There will also be reopening of pubs, restaurants and cafes, retail stores, hairdressers and nail salons, gyms and indoor recreation, sporting facilities, major recreation outdoor facilities including stadium, race courses, theme parks and zoos, indoor entertainment including cinemas, theatres, music halls, museums and galleries as well as libraries. Most of these will be subject to the 4 square meters rule and the number of patrons capped at certain numbers. The 5-kilometre rule will be lifted, but residents of Greater Sydney will not be allowed to travel into the regions. If you work in hospitality, retail or any of the public-facing services businesses that are allowed to reopen, you will have to be fully vaccinated to work. Employers must continue to allow employees to work from home if the employee is able to do so. Fully vaccinated people will no longer need to wear masks outdoors. Masks will remain mandatory for all indoor public venues, including public transport, front of house hospitality, retail and business premises, on planes and at airports. For those who are under 16 who aren't vaccinated will be able to access all outdoor settings but will only be able to visit indoor venues with members of your household. At 80% double vaccination, most likely on the 25th of October, what you can do is have 20 visitors allowed in a home, not including children, 12 and under. You can have 50 people gather outdoors, 200 people can attend COVID-safe events.
3,000.
People can attend controlled, ticketed and seated events. Community sports will be permitted and weddings and funerals will be uncapped. Most hospitality, retail stores and gyms will be able to operate at 4 square meters per person without any caps on the maximum numbers of patrons. Except for hospitality venues capped at group bookings of 20 people and gyms are capped at 20 per class. Everything else is very similar to the 70% vaccination freedoms. Schools will be allowed to start reopening for some year group, but nightclubs will remain closed. Employers must continue to allow employees to work from home if reasonable. Unrestricted trips between Greater Sydney and regional New South Wales will be permitted and carpooling is also permitted. For those who are not fully vaccinated, you can only gather outdoors in groups of 2 people. You can attend weddings with maximum of 5 guests and funerals with a maximum of 10 people. You will be allowed to attend churches and places of worship. You will also be allowed at caravan parks and camping grounds. Those of you who are unvaccinated and live in regional New South Wales will actually lose your current freedoms from the 11th of October onwards until the 1st of December, because the reopening plan applies to all of New South Wales. So from the 1st of December onwards, the whole world will be opened up to you, no matter where you live in New South Wales, including those of you who are unvaccinated. But for the unvaccinated, there could be some restrictions depending on individual businesses. There will be no limits on numbers of visitors in homes or gatherings outdoors. Indoor and outdoor venues will shift to 2 square meters per person. For outdoor events with more than 1,000 people, a COVID-safe plan is required. Nightclubs can open, working from home will be at the employer's discretion, and schools will reopen for all year groups. Masks will only be mandatory while travelling on public transport, on planes and at airports. So there you have it, New South Wales. The light is at the end of the tunnel. If you have any questions about what you have just heard today or want more information, make sure you comment below and we'll answer them as soon as we can. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you like this kind of videos, hit that thumbs button and also subscribe for more. See you guys next time. Bye!